Sophie Chandauka, once the darling of the tabloids, now finds herself their latest victim. A turn of events, as surprising as it is predictable, has seen the very establishment that once held her aloft on a pedestal of deceit now cast her aside. This is the way with tabloids. They are a fickle beast, quick to use individuals for their own ends, and quicker still to discard them when they have served their purpose. Chandauka, who was once celebrated for her baseless claims against Prince Harry, is now being vilified by the same publications that championed her cause. The Telegraph, a publication that has shown a consistent bias against Harry and Meghan, regardless of the truth, is now leading the charge against her. The very same tabloids that amplified Chandauka's groundless accusations against Harry are now painting her as a poisonous woman, accusing her of playing the race card to secure her role at Chandauka. The irony is palpable. Chandauka, who was all too keen to join in the smear campaign, thought she was part of a grander scheme, only to discover she was merely a pawn in their relentless onslaught against Harry. As these tabloids begin to distance themselves from her, the harsh reality is becoming apparent. Chandauka was only ever useful for one purpose: to tarnish Harry's name. But truth has a way of revealing itself, and the same media machine that once propped her up is now tearing her down. Chandauka chose to play the tabloid game, and now she is reaping the consequences of her actions. Prince Harry, the target of these attacks, continues to stand tall, unfazed by the desperate tactics of those who seek to undermine him. The lesson in all this? Tabloids have no loyalty, and those who choose to align with them will eventually find themselves facing the same fate as Chandauka. Chandauka now stands as a stark example of the tabloid's fickle nature. Let's delve into the baseless claims Chandauka leveled against Prince Harry. Her allegations, as it turns out, were nothing short of a house of cards, bereft of any substantial evidence. She accused Harry of a myriad of things, all seemingly designed to tarnish his reputation. Yet, when it comes to concrete proof, Chandauka's allegations appear glaringly hollow. One of her most prominent allegations was that Prince Harry had been dismissive of her role at Chandauka. However, there is no factual data or first-hand witness accounts to back her claim. It appears that Chandauka was more interested in creating a media spectacle than in presenting a valid argument. Next, she claimed that Harry had been disrespectful towards her. Yet, those who know Prince Harry can vouch for his respect for all individuals, regardless of their background or status. This claim again came without any substantial evidence or corroborating testimony. It seems that Chandauka's intention was to paint a negative image of Prince Harry rather than to address any genuine grievances. Now let's talk about the role of the tabloids. They were all too eager to amplify these baseless allegations, using them as fuel in their relentless campaign against Harry. They presented Chandauka's claims as fact, without any scrutiny or fact-checking. It's clear that their objective was not to present the truth, but to continue their smear campaign against Prince Harry. The most disappointing aspect of this saga, however, is Chandauka's willingness to be used as a pawn in this game. She showed no hesitation in spreading these baseless claims, seemingly without any regard for the truth or the impact of her words. Her actions reek of opportunism rather than genuine concern for any perceived slights. The truth is clear. Chandauka's claims against Prince Harry were nothing more than a ploy for attention. Her allegations were amplified by the tabloids and used to fuel a campaign of character assassination against a man who has done nothing but serve his country and dedicate his life to charitable causes. It's a shame that such baseless claims can be given so much attention, while the truth is left in the shadows. The tabloids have played a crucial role in this saga, but their true intentions are far from noble. The tabloids, known for their sensationalism and scandal-mongering, eagerly amplified Sophie Chandauka's baseless claims against Prince Harry. They plastered the headlines with her allegations, providing a platform for her voice to reach millions. But what was their real agenda? Was it to uphold journalistic integrity and seek the truth? Far from it. Their primary goal was to sell more papers and scandal cells. But here's the interesting part. The same tabloids that once championed Chandauka are now turning against her. They're labeling her a poisonous woman and accusing her of playing the race card to secure her position at Chandauka. The blatant hypocrisy is nothing short of staggering, but it's hardly surprising. This is how the tabloids operate. They use people for their agenda and discard them when they are no longer useful. Chandauka, who once thought she was part of something bigger, is now realizing she was nothing more than a pawn in the tabloid's relentless attack on Harry. She willingly participated in the smear campaign, thinking she had the backing of powerful media houses. But now, as the same tabloids begin to discredit and distance themselves from her, it's clear that she was only ever useful for one purpose: tarnishing Harry's name. The truth always has a way of surfacing, and the same media machine that once propped her up is now tearing her down. Chandauka played her part in the tabloid game, and now she's facing the consequences of her actions. But let's not forget the real victim here: Prince Harry. Despite the desperate tactics of those who seek to undermine him, he continues to stand strong, unfazed by the relentless attacks. The tabloids, it seems, have no loyalty. Their only goal is to sell papers regardless of the truth. Chandauka is now facing the harsh consequences of aligning with the tabloids. Sophie Chandauka, once a favoured weapon of the tabloid press, is now feeling the sting of their turncoat tactics. The very publications that once amplified her baseless claims against Prince Harry are now brandishing her as a poisonous woman. In a startling display of hypocrisy, these same tabloids are accusing Chandauka of playing the race card to secure her role at Chandauka. It's a classic case of the puppeteer discarding the puppet once it has served its purpose. Chandauka, who willingly participated in the smear campaign against Harry, is now discovering the bitter truth. She was nothing more than a pawn in the tabloid's relentless attack on the prince. So, what's the takeaway from Chandauka's fall? It's clear as day. The tabloids have no loyalty. They used Chandauka to tarnish Harry's name, and now that they've squeezed every drop of utility from her, they're quick to toss her aside. The same media machine that propped her up is now tearing her down, exposing the hollow nature of their alliances. Chandauka's story serves as a stark warning to anyone who might be tempted to dance with the tabloids. It's a dangerous game, where one moment you're the darling of the press, and the next, you're their scapegoat. The fleeting spotlight and temporary gains are not worth the eventual fall from grace. Meanwhile, Prince Harry, the supposed target of these smear campaigns, continues to stand strong. Unfazed by the desperate tactics of those who seek to undermine him, Harry's resilience is a testament to his character. While Chandauka is left to face the music alone, Harry continues to rise above the fray, showing the world that truth and integrity always prevail in the end. Chandauka's fall from grace serves as a stark reminder: those who play with fire will eventually get burned. The tabloids may have their day, but remember, their loyalty is as fleeting as the headlines they print. In the end, it's not about who shouts the loudest, but who stands the tallest when the dust settles. To sum it all up, Chandauka's story is a cautionary tale about the dangers of aligning with the tabloids. Her baseless claims against Prince Harry were eagerly amplified by these media outlets, who used her as a pawn in their relentless attack on him. The tabloids, notorious for their lack of loyalty, have now turned against Chandauka, labeling her a poisonous woman and accusing her of playing the race card. As she faces the consequences of her actions, it becomes clear that she was only ever useful to them for one purpose: tarnishing Harry's name. And while the media machine that once propped her up is now tearing her down, Prince Harry continues to stand strong. Remember, the tabloids have no loyalty, and anyone who aligns with them will eventually face the same fate as Chandauka. Thank you for tuning in.